Okay, let us discuss the 10 ice cream problem. 10 ice creams given. You are supposed to bring home 10 ice creams out of 4 flavors. Right? Now, this is little difficult, and therefore we learn one more technique of problem solving in combinatorics. Understand this now. I am directly discussing the answer of this question. Few students had solved it in the class and remaining must have tried at home. Few of you got it, few of you might be still struggling, but it is okay. If you have given enough thought over this problem, it is all right. Let me solve altogether a different problem.
Sir, is this the stars and bars method?
Arnav, I know you have read some combinatorics before attending these lectures, but it is not necessary that you should display that you know something. Okay, it is of no use. If your answers are correct, it is good, but if you are just talking and your answers are not correct, it is not good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That is the bad part of education which is going on these days. See, if you know all the answers, does not mean that you are a thinking student, because there will be a question for you which you would not have thought before. Always that question will be there. However, if you are a thoughtful student, you need not have to know the answers. You can always solve new questions. So there are two methodologies of training. Either you give hundreds of problems to the students so that they are almost aware of all the answers of different. That is one way of going about it. Majority of the institutes in the country do it like that. And another way of going about it is you teach the concepts to the students so that doesn't matter which problem they are facing, they will solve. So we go by that method. Okay. And therefore, those students who will find out the answers, a proper thought process, are the students which will eventually keep doing, not the ones who remember the solutions. And these days, I mean, 10 years before that was not the situation. Solutions were not available anywhere. So there is no chance that students will know the solution. But maybe today, at a click of a mouse, you have solutions of almost all the problems that we are discussing. That is very dangerous. Reading solution at so early age is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Okay. So instead of 10 ice creams and 4 flavor problem, we will solve altogether a different problem. I have got 10 stars and I have 3 separators. Say for example, we put a separator here, we put a separator here, and we put a separator here. What does this arrangement mean? It means 10 stars are arranged in such a way that they add up to 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 3 is equal to 10. If you happen to have separator like this, 1, 2 and 3, it means 1 plus 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 between these two separators, plus 4 plus 0 is equal to 10. So this is star and separator altogether a different problem. which we can solve very quickly in fact. But what does it mean? It means before the first separator, you have x1 number of stars. Between first and second separator, you have x2 number of stars. Between second and third separator, you have x3 number of stars. And between third and after third separator, you have x4 number of stars. They add up to 10. And what is the condition on all these x1, x2, x3, x4? They are whole numbers. xi are whole numbers. And I mean that is all about it. I mean they all start from 0. x1 cannot be negative, x2 cannot be negative integer. All of them are integers. They are positive or 0 integers, non-negative integers. That is whole number. That is the condition. So this is yet another way of looking at this problem is in how many ways you can make summation of 4 numbers equal to 10. 0 is allowed, and if you take one number as 10, then all others will be 0. Okay, so that is what I was trying to tell you Saturday, that suppose if you have two flavors, x1 plus x2, which is equal to 3 ice creams, in how many ways you can take home 3 ice creams out of 2 flavors, and it is easy to list 0 plus 3, 1 plus 2, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 0. There are 4 different ways of taking 3 ice creams home of 2 flavors. You could have done that for 3 ice creams, 3 flavors. You could have done that for 4 ice creams, 3 flavors. And you got to know what is happening, and then we can escalate, we can make it bigger and solve problem for 10 ice creams. Okay, so this is permutation with repetition. In how many ways? In how many ways we can arrange? The question is, in how many ways we can arrange 10 stars and 3 separators. Okay, in a row. So 10 stars look alike, 3 separators look alike, all of them put together becomes 13. So 13 factorial way you can have permutations of them. However, it is permutation with repetition. Therefore, 3 separators will permute amongst themselves in 3 different factorial different way, and 10 stars will permute amongst themselves in 10 factorial way. That is 286, I think. No? 286.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Runs. Okay, so many times we will have to use this notation, and we will really have to conquer and master this particular problem, so that is the understanding that you need to have, and you'll have to use it several times. Therefore, we will practice this kind of problems. However, let us create one more notation. X1 plus x2 plus dot 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 plus xn is equal to r. Okay, xi greater than or equal to 0. Okay, I will write it like this. We understand we are learning counting. Therefore, x1, x2 we are not taking as fractions. Xi greater than equal to 0. That means it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay. So this, in our case, n is equal to 4 and r is equal to 10. n is equal to 4 and r is equal to 10. So if we are solving a problem like this, the answer is n elbow r. We will write the answer in elbow notation. This is n elbow r. That means there are n different parts you are supposed to make, 4 flavors, so 4 parts. In how many parts you are supposed to add the required, the whole numbers, so that you get the desired number. In our case, desired number was 10, so r is equal to 10. So answer in our case in the original problem was 4 elbow 10. Now n elbow r is equal to n plus r minus 1. Choose r. That is what it is. Let us see. 4 elbow 10 is 4 plus 10 minus 1. Choose 10, which is 13. Choose 10, which is 13. Choose 3, which is 13 factorial upon 3 factorial into 10 factorial, which is same as this. Okay, so either we report our answer in factorial notation like this, we can report our answer in 13 choose 3 form like this, 13 choose 10 form like this, or 4 elbow 10 form. It is one and the same. So that is the meaning of n elbow r, which you should understand. I stop recording and check. Let us see whether you have understood. Okay, let us master the elbow notation now. And what do we mean by mastering elbow notation? Bala. Let me name it mastering elbow notation. Okay. Out of that, the problem number 1 is we will keep doing this problem with respect to 10 ice creams and 4 flavors initially, and then maybe we will change the problem. Now, let us say there are flavors A, B, C, and D. And when you are going to buy the ice creams, there is an instruction from your house that if I am the person, I like mango flavor and I want one ice cream at least of mango flavor. So, or maybe I want one ice cream of flavor A. One ice cream of flavor A. You are supposed to buy at least one ice cream of flavor A, and then in how many ways you can get total 10 ice creams out of 4 flavors. On. If we want to solve this problem, this is easy because one ice cream of flavor A is required to be bought. Therefore, put that flavor in the basket first and then solve the problem for 9 ice creams. It is as simple as that. Okay. But suppose mathematically, if we want to model this problem and solve, then we are solving x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4. And x1 is x1 number of ice creams of flavor A, x2 number of ice creams of flavor B, x3 number of ice creams for say flavor C, x4 number of ice creams for flavor D. That should add up to 10. However, in earlier problem, x1 could have been 0. Now, if you take home 0, 3, 5, 2, it is not acceptable because you are taking flavor A 0. That total add up to a 10. It is okay, but you are supposed to take A flavor home. Therefore, this 0 is not acceptable. Therefore, the new answer is going to be smaller than the earlier answer that we have found out. Mathematically, x1 is not greater than or equal to 0, but greater than equal to 1. x2, x3, x4 are greater than or equal to 0. These conditions are extremely important. You need to pay attention to those conditions. Then only your answer is going to be correct. Now this is little different than this. Here x1 starts from 1 and not from 0. Therefore counting will be different. However, understand this algebraically how we should do. Let us put another variable y1. y1 plus 1 is equal to x1. So if x1 has to start from 1, y1 will start from 0. बघा लक्षात येते का? So if x1 is greater than or equal to 1, then y1 is greater than or equal to 0. And hence we substitute, instead of x1, we substitute y1 plus 1. So y1 plus 1, that is our x1, plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 is equal to 10. That is the problem that we are solving. But then there is no point in keeping this 1 to LHS. We can always put it in RHS. y1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 is equal to 9. Now what is the condition on y1? Is greater than equal to 0. What are the conditions on x2, x3, x4? Greater than equal to 0. That means we have brought our system back to the original. We have to bring the system to this, and we are successful in bringing it. And therefore, the answer for this is 1, 2, 3, 4, elbow 9. 4 elbow 9 is 4 plus 9 minus 1. Choose 9, which is 12, choose 9, which is 12, choose 3. बघा समजते का? So the answer is 12, choose 3. In this case, the moment you say you have to bring one ice cream of one flavor compulsory and fine. So 12, choose 3 is definitely going to be smaller than 13, choose 3, which was the earlier answer.
Right?
Yeah,
He
minimum.
can be 3 also.
Okay, yes. Next question is minimum A1, minimum A1 ice cream, minimum B2 ice creams, total 10 ice creams. In how many ways you can take these ice creams home? Now, the mathematical modeling of this problem is minimum A, so x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 should be equal to 10. Let x1 is equal to y1 plus 1, 2 is equal to y2 plus 2. Therefore, y1 plus y2 plus x3 plus x4 is equal to
7.
minus 1 minus 2 is equal to 7.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, and now here we have to write all y1, y2, x3, x4 greater than equal to 0. Therefore, answer is 4 elbow 7. 4 elbow 9, 4 elbow 10. First answer, this is 4 elbow 7. Okay. Now let me put you in trouble. Next question is as follows. question number 1, 2, 3, 4 in this series. You are supposed to take home 10 ice creams out of 4 flavors. Okay. But flavor A has only 2 ice creams available. In the shop, when you go, you find that there are only 2 ice creams available of flavor A. Flavor B, any number of ice creams. Flavor C, any number of ice creams. Flavor D, any number of ice creams. Unfortunately, flavor A is over, only 2 ice creams are available. In how many ways you can take 10 ice creams home? We will discuss this problem little later. Let me give another problem. Now, question 5 is, I leave some space. Question 5. Let me keep this same. A has 2 ice creams available. And B has flavor B has 3 ice creams available. This is going to be very difficult for me to explain because it is a big jump. A has maximum 2 and B has maximum 3. Chalo, find out. In how many ways you can take 10 ice creams home? If flavor A, maximum 2 ice creams are available. Flavor B, maximum 3 ice creams are available. In how many ways you can take 10 ice creams home? Let me explain problem number 4. And all of you should pay proper attention. Now, situation is, let us take some examples and check whether that counting is available now or not. Suppose we have 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2 is equal to 10. This is one way that you can take home ice creams. So 2 plus 5 plus 1 plus 2 is equal to 10. Then 5 plus 3 plus 2 plus 0. Okay, so for L about 10, the answer that we have found out for x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 is equal to 10, xi greater than equal to 0. Answer is 4L about 10. This number 286 includes this, includes this, includes this, and many, all of them it includes, starting from x0, 0, 0, 0, 10. That will be the, if we write down those all possible ways in, say, dictionary order. Of course, for numbers there is no dictionary order, but if the logic is same, then the first number will be 0, 0, 0, 10. 0, 0, 1, 9. Like that, the last number will be 10, 0, 0, 0. How many total will be there? 286. That is 4 elbow 10. And in this listing, will you have 1, 3, 4, 2 somewhere? Yes. 1, 3, 4, 2. It will be there somewhere. Will you have 2, 5, 1, 2 somewhere? Yes. 2, 5, 1, 2. It will be there somewhere. 5, 3, 2, 0 will be there somewhere in between. All these three will be there. But in this problem that we have been given now, we don't want the third. We don't want all those where first column is 3 or more. Where the first column is 3 or more. Do you understand?
Equal to 0.
Just a moment. Okay. So I am explaining again because I did not record. First condition, second condition, third condition, all these conditions, all these ways of taking 10 ice creams home are enlisted in 4 elbow 10. Suppose we start really writing down all possible ways of taking home ice cream, 286 ways. Then the first in alphabetical order is 0, 0, 0, 10. Second 0, 0, 1, 9. And the last will be 10, 0, 0, 0. Will this particular combination be there in this total 286? Yes, it will be there somewhere. 2512, yes, it will be. 5320, yes, it will be. But now in the problem number 4, we don't want this because A is more than 2. Okay, so we find out the not acceptable ones are those which start from 3 or more A. 3 or more A. X2, X3, X4, anything is all right. So 3 or more A. So for more, I am putting another variable y1. So y1 plus 3 is replaced for x1. And now condition on y1 is greater than or equal to 0. So can I really count these which are not acceptable? I think so. This implies y1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 is equal to 10 minus 3, 7. And now all these people are greater than or equal to 0, which is fine for my elbow notation. And therefore, the answer for this problem, which are not acceptable, is 4 elbow 7. And hence, total answer is 4 elbow 10 minus 4 elbow 7. 4 elbow 7 happens to be 120. So 286 minus 120 is equal to 166. That is the answer for question 4. That is the explanation for question 4. Now I pause the video. You think about this explanation. Try to digest it. Okay, now in this problem, there is a condition. Now I am calling this condition as upper bound. When minimum one ice cream was to be taken, it was lower side. You put it in the basket and go. Easy. Now these are the conditions which are upper bound. Upper means maximum A 2, maximum B 3. So it has upper bound. So basically I can write ice creams 0 less than or equal to x1 less than or equal to 2. That is the condition on x1. 0 less than or equal to x2 less than or equal to 3. That is the condition on x3. And x4, sorry, x3 and x4 greater than equal to 0. This is the condition that we have algebraically now with us. And using last example, we have figured out which are not acceptable. Okay, so now let me take couple of examples. Similar work which we have done here. 1, 3, 4, 2. Okay, 2, 5, 1, 2. Okay. 5, 3, 2, 0. Let us take the same 3 examples. Now, will 3, 4, 2 be there in our counting? It should not be there. No, sorry, it can be there because x1 is between 0 to 2 and x2 is also between 0 to 3, acceptable. 3 is acceptable. So this has to be there in our counting. It should be there. Can this second one be in our counting? No. And why is it not there in our counting? Because of B. Will the third case be in our counting?
No, sir.
No. It is not there because of A and B. Now let me take one more case. 3, 2, 5, 0. Will this case be there in our counting? No.
No, sir.
A.
A is bad.
So just one thing. Sir, in second case, B is all right, only A is wrong.
In-
Sir, E can be 3.
Yes, correct. So B can be 3. So it is gone because of A. Wait a minute. This is also gone because of A. Now let me take another example where 4, 5, 0, 1. It is gone because of A and B. Right? So this is important. Now, otherwise, all these combinations are considered in that 286. Everybody is present in 286. And because of A, which should not be there. So let us start writing now. Let us start writing. Because we want x1 to be greater than 0 and less than equal to 2, we write x1 as y1 plus 3. Because if y1 is 0, then x1 becomes 3. Not acceptable. Not acceptable cases. y1 plus 3 because of x1 plus what new variable shall we put? Y2. And what number I should put here now? Y2 plus 4. Not acceptable because of if this x2 starts becoming 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we are not going to count it. x2 starts becoming 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 means y2 starts becoming 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we are replacing x2 by y2 plus 4. And as far as x3 and x4 are concerned, they are same. Problem. This is correct. This is correct model, but we will have to count it little differently. Not acceptable because of A.
Yes, sir.
y1 plus 3 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 equal to 10, 4 elbow 7. Correct? Not acceptable because of B. x1 plus y2 plus 4 plus x3 plus x4 is equal to 10, 4 elbow
6.
Okay, so this is not acceptable because of A, this is not acceptable because of B. So now let us look at this combination. We say first answer is 4 elbow 10. Is this combination in first 286? Yes. So we have included, this is include. But we don't want, because this fellow is 4, Because of A, it has to be excluded. So 4 elbow 7 exclude because of A. Very good. But now we have to exclude it again because of B also. Minus 4 elbow 6 exclude because of B. Array, but this combination we have included once because of A and again excluded because of A, which is not correct. We can exclude a combination only once. Why should we exclude it 2 times? But then that is what is important. Now that is what is this not acceptable because of A and B.
And B. Yes.
And therefore the answer for this is 1 plus y2 plus x3 plus x4 is equal to 3. Okay, and what should we do with this? We have to add 4 elbow 3 because excluded because of A. This is gone, this is gone, and this is gone out of 286. Good, very good. Excluded because of B. This is and this is gone. But you have included only once and excluded twice, which is not correct. Injustice to this combination, including one and excluding 2 times. No, we have to exclude only once. But unfortunately, we have excluded 2 times. Therefore, we add one more time. And therefore, include A and B. This is your correct answer. And this happens to be 102. I wait for some time for you to digest what I have said. Then we go on to the next problem. Now you must have come across some time earlier in your life about Venn diagram, which we will study in detail little later, maybe in 11th standard only. Okay, for all practical purposes, let us say this is a classroom of 46 students. And there are, say, 15 students who like maths. There are, say, 20 students who like science. Only science, not only, who like science, not only. And there are 5 students who like maths and science. Okay, so when the diagram is about putting these numbers in place, what is given? Total 46. Maths 15 students. Science 20 students. Both 5 students. Then in this diagram, if we really want to put everything in place correctly, then those who like maths and don't like science are going to be 10. This part of the diagram is 10, and there are 5 students who like maths as well as science. How many students like science but not maths?
15.
They will be sitting here. Okay, so now 15 plus 5, 20 plus 10 is 30. Therefore, the 16 students are sitting outside these 2 circles. They are the ones who do not like maths or science. They don't like math science at all. How many of them are sitting here? 16. Okay. So if we could break up it in this way, we come to know that 10 plus 5 plus 15 plus 16 is equal to 46. That is our set theory. Set theory.
So, hello, sir.
Hello, हाँ बोलो.
Okay, sir. I thought I got disconnected. Sir,
Okay, let us make the class of 30 students. Fifteen like maths, 20 like science, and 5 like both. Okay, so
Sir, we should make the class of 40 students.
40, 20, 25, 20, and 30 students. There is nobody in the class who doesn't like maths or science. That is what is the situation. So total class of 30 minus 15, those who like maths, I remove them, minus those who like science, I remove them, plus 5 is equal to 0. This is correct. Zara thamna hai. Wait. Okay. Now let us understand inclusion exclusion once again. There are 46 students in the class. 15 like maths. There are 46 students in the class. 15 like maths, 20 like science, and 5 like both. How many students are there in the class which do not like both these subjects? Find number of students in the class who don't like maths and science. Okay, so total, I mean include 46, consider all 46 of them, but we know there are 15 which like maths, so exclude them. There are 20 we know which like science, exclude them. But then those who were not like, those who were liking maths as well as science are excluded 2 times, therefore add them. That should give us the correct number of students who do not like maths and science. So that comes out to be equal to 6.
Excuse me, sir.
Include, exclude, exclude because of science, exclude because of maths. But then a student who is not who is liking maths and science both is excluded 2 times. See, let me draw like this: include, exclude, exclude. So those who like maths and science are excluded 2 times. We cannot exclude them 2 times. We have to exclude them only once, because we are finding out don't like maths and science. Therefore, this is a wrong calculation. Include, exclude, so cancelled. Now exclude, therefore we have to include. Now it makes sense, and therefore the answer becomes 60. Now in 3 by 3, I mean if there are 3 events, then the calculations are like this. Total number of students, say 50, who like maths. Now let me take random numbers. 50. Those who like science, let us take 18. Those who like English, let us take 13. Those who like maths and science, 8. Maths and English, say 7. English and science, both, let us say 5. I don't know whether it is going to work or not. And maths and science and English, all three, those who like, are say 3. So find the number of students who don't like math, science and English. Let us see if we get this answer. Include 50. Exclude because of maths, 50. Exclude because of science, 18. Exclude because of English, 30. But there is an injustice. And hence, if 2 students, suppose a student like both subjects, 2 subjects at a time, we need to include. So maths and science include 8, plus maths and English include 7, plus English and what is this, science, include 5. But again injustice, because a student who is liking all the 3 subjects is included, excluded, 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 included, included, included. But we now, so 4 inclusions and 3 exclusions, but we don't want that student to be there. Then
Yes, sir.
minus 3. This is the number of students who don't like math, science and English. Check whether that number is positive, otherwise we will have to increase this number.
It is 21.
It is
21. 21.
21, 21.
Yes, sir. 21.
So 21 number of students are there in the class who do not like math, science or English, and this goes on. Now it is difficult to visualize, but still Venn diagram, drawing Venn diagram in this case is also possible. Let us do that and then you will get clarity about this inclusion and exclusion. Let us draw
Yes, sir.
Venn diagram. There are 3 circles: maths, science and English. Okay, so maths is 15, science is 18 and English is 30. Total 50. Now how do you go about it? Maths is 15, out of which maths and science, these 2 also add up to 15. Arre deva, kaise karuya?
Sir, you should first write
Three,
all 3.
three.
Sir, math, science and English 3.
Wait.
And
Wait. See, I am little old, but I can do that. Wait, you do it in your notebook. I will do it on board.
Sir, it will be on the top right. That side it will be.
Arre, see. Now, Garv and Jogre, will you talk minimum in the class? All other students, if all 46 students start talking like you, will the class take place? I don't know. Now let me ask you this question. If all 46 students start talking like you, will the discussion take place? Will the learning take place in the class?
No, sir, it will be chaotic.
Therefore, you should talk only that much which is proportional to the total class available to you, 1/46, and all other students are showing correct answer. They are not switching their mic throughout 3 hours, and not required also. Or you take the class, I will learn, chalo, start. You make your mic continuously on, I will switch it off.
No, sir.
No issue. Okay. Maths is 15. This is maths. 18 is science and 13 is English. Now, by now you must have realized. Let me array. Okay. By using inclusion exclusion principle, we have found out this answer 21. Now, actually doing the calculations, allotting those regions for the numbers and finding out what is the number to be written outside. Okay, so 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 5 is going to be 15, plus 8 plus 2, that is 10, plus 4, that makes it 29. 50 minus 29 is 21. So using inclusion exclusion, we got 21, which was correct as per our actual calculations. Actual calculations is going to be extremely difficult the moment you have 4 circles. In fact, you cannot draw a Venn diagram for 4 circles. It is going to be very difficult. You have to take a big drawing sheet to create a Venn diagram for 4 events. 4 events. Drawing it up to 3 events is easy. Okay. Forget about writing all these numbers in those regions and adding them and finding out the remaining students when it becomes 4 events. But as far as 4 events here is concerned, our inclusion exclusion will be total minus total because of event 1 minus total because of event 2 minus total because of event 3 minus total because of event 4 plus total because of 1 2 plus dot 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 plus total because of 3 4, again minus total because of 1 2 3 minus total because of 1 2 4 minus total because of 1 3 4 minus total because of 2 3 4 plus because of 1 2 3 4. Include, exclude, include, exclude. This is going to be the big number. Include, exclude, and include. Okay, so the one who is in the intersection of all 4 will get included once. How many of them will be there? 4 choose 2. This is 4 choose 2 numbers here. 4 choose 2. Choose 2 out of 4. 4 into 3 upon 2. These are going to be 12 T12s, total 12 identities here. Okay, so included ones, included 12 times, that is 13, and 1 14. Included 14 times, the one who is in the intersection of all 4. And how many are, नाही काय चाललंय बरोबर चाललंय.
Shouldn't it be 30?
अरे sorry, this is wrong. This is 6. आता तुम्ही बोलायला पाहिजे तर सगळे माईक बंद करून बसले.
जर मला बोलायचं तर पण तुम्हाला वाटेल की मी परत मध्ये बोलतो.
हा नाही नाही, तू नाही बोललास तरी चालेल, बाकीचे आहेत सगळे काढतील माझ्या चुका. 6 plus 1 7 plus 1 8. So totally 8 times included. 4 plus 4 times excluded. Correct. So that is what is this inclusion exclusion principle. Yet another very powerful tool for counting. Question 5. x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4. Let me make it a plus x5 is equal to 50. 0 is less than or equal to x1 is less than or equal to 10. 0 is less than or equal to x2 is less than or equal to 10. x3, x4, x5 are greater than or equal to 0. Show me your answer. This is easy, not difficult. I am keeping it difficult because now all the next problems will be in this notation. x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus x5 is equal to 50. Now let me twist. 2 is less than equal to x1 less than equal to 10. 3 is less than equal to x2 less than equal to 8. x3 x4 x5 greater than equal to 0. आता दांडी उडणार आहे सगळ्यांची. बघूया कोण बरोबर उत्तर देते. लेट मी सी हू गेट्स द आन्सर राईट. Not numerical, only elbow notation.
Show my answer on notebook.
Just a moment. Let me spell out the problem in ice cream notation. There are 5 flavors. We are supposed to bring home 50 ice creams, out of which first flavor we have to get 2 ice creams home, but maximum number of ice creams available are 10. Second flavor we have to get 3 ice creams home and maximum available ice creams of flavor 2 are 8. And C, D and E flavors are available in finite supply. X2 is between 3 to 8. X1 is between 2 to 10. That is what is your